The Democratic Party continues to hold presidential primaries amid the COVID-19 outbreak. So now, three of the four states were supposed to do voting here on Tuesday. Arizona, Florida, and Illinois are going ahead with the voting, with in-person voting, despite the public health risk. Now, Ohio, there was a bit of a back and forth. You had judges overruling other people, overruling the governor to delay the primary vote until later on. And not only that, but you have Tom Perez saying, well, there's going to be a penalty now in delegates if you delay your primary. So that's the DNC position, is full speed ahead. Don't care if it's a pandemic. Let's do this. Look, it's insane. A lot of progressive activists are pushing back against this. And it's not because, understand, it's not because that this gives Bernie Sanders an advantage. In reality, voting now kind of gives Bernie Sanders an advantage because older people might be too afraid to leave their house. And so, but you have younger, healthier people that might turn out, especially, again, since people are so afraid during this crisis, that they'll turn out anyway. And so it's just kind of a strange thing. Maybe there's something that I'm missing here. I don't necessarily know, but I think it's a terrible idea. All right, so now, let me give you some quotes here from progressives and political activists. This is Glenn Greenwald saying, trying desperately to urge people to take COVID-19 seriously and to stay at home, and then holding elections and encouraging them to go vote at polling stations filled with poll workers and others. The opposite message is appallingly irresponsible. And so, look, that's Greenwald. I mean, there's more. It turns out that polling workers in a lot of these different states are facing an unprecedented crisis. Not enough poll workers. They're massively unprepared because even the president has come out and said you shouldn't congregate in groups larger than 10. And so it's insane to hold your elections at this time. In fact, some of the one of the supervisors here in Ohio. This is Pasco County Supervisor of Elections Brian Corley, talking to the Washington Post, said, I reached out to our county administrator and the sheriff and also told the school supervisor, we're hemorrhaging poll workers by the hour and we need help. That's Ohio. Illinois, number of polling places were abandoned. They're unmanned. Users posted photos on social media of closed or near empty polling places on Twitter. In Arizona, polling places are already closed over the past week as officials prepared for voters in reduced voting centers. And at a press conference on Saturday announcing the closures and the steps the Board of Elections would take, Elections Supervisor Scott Jarrett said, I can't do this, and just walked away. So, look, man, this is what's going on. We have states voting right now that shouldn't be voting. Again, we're not like James Clyburn and saying, okay, let's shut this whole thing down. Let's shut the primary down. Or, James Carville, same thing. Just shut this puppy down. I mean, Biden's ahead, so nothing's going to happen, so we might as well shut it down. No, let's have democracy. Look, it's not as if I think Bernie Sanders has an excellent chance at winning the election. No, he faces a very, very difficult delicate climb. A lot of polls show him very much behind. And so I don't know. Look, I don't know if this crisis will help. I mean, will really help the situation. Maybe think, maybe universal health care might be a good idea because right now there's a pandemic. I don't know. But from what I can see, the DNC is putting people in danger for no reason. Why? Again, most older people break for Joe Biden. That's who they're voting for. And the turnout was huge. Now what's going to happen? Now you've got, people that probably won't turn out, or if they do, they're going to help spread the virus. Again, the whole thing is ridiculous. Why would you do that? Why would you not delay it until this thing is over and then allow everyone to go and vote? You would want to expand democracy, not hurt it. And that's what this is doing. And it makes me wonder why. Why are they going in this direction? And I have no absolute idea. Now, look, as I said before, Ohio did do the right thing. They delayed it. Now they're going to get punished by the DNC. Louisiana also, I'm sorry, Georgia also postponed until May 19th, right? And then you also have Puerto Rico that delayed or seeking delay. You've got Louisiana also delaying to June 20th. And then, so look, it's going to be a long primary season. And it was already going to be a long primary season. Now it's going to be longer because now you have a situation that is unprecedented. And yet you still have party leaders that are saying, nope, status quo, we're going to go with it. I don't know if that's an extension of what it's just, what they've already believed and everything about them is just screams status quo. Keep everything the same. We cannot have any change or any interruption because that is bad. I don't know if that's a part of who they are, and that's why they're centrist Democrats. I don't know. But I do know that it is extremely irresponsible to allow something like this to happen, to continue encouraging people to go out to vote at a time where really people should be staying indoors and limiting their contact with people and just delaying it into a time where this current crisis is over and everyone can turn out without fear. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a patreon.com/TYTNation set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.